seconds.
And Mag and ET can follow up, but
what if they put a bat in his carry?
I was thinking that, but just in the fact that sure, but then what are you leaving room to be picked as last? That's going to be this, sort of big answer to the lack of catch. I mean, what do you sort of benefit from putting him bad into the carry position?
I'm just trying to think because there's not a core hero that's going to make you feel good about your catch.
No, well, other than Void.
True, but that lane doesn't sound good.
And honestly, with the Void Sprinter ban,
it just sounds
it doesn't really
five
look good
melees,
with the Void.
five melee heroes with Void versus Ember Spirit Shaker.
No,
even right now, it's 4 melees versus Ember Shaker, which is they love playing versus this.
5 seconds.
OG, the approach though is a little different because these are melee heroes, but they're not melee heroes that really play in the middle of the fight. ET plays super far back. Magnus is usually pretty hidden as well too. So
I think IG wondering as well.
Did they ban? They banned Timber, so that makes me feel even more that it's an Abbott and carry. But maybe I'm getting a very wrong read.
I mean, what does the bat? What's the strength of the ban and carry here? I mean, yeah, but IG they're still banning carries.
I think it's I mean, it probably is just still going to be okay. I could just see the potential of it because in the laning phase. But if it is a carry Weaver and a carry Ember, like a ban and carry, just sounds kind of miserable.
You're never going to hit these heroes.
I'm trying to think like what the solution because like into the global the support of Baton just becomes a lot weaker. So I'm just trying to think of why they would go for it. Because right now I'm really liking IG's draft a lot more if they're able to get the initiations because of this quad melee. But OG does have bruisers as they always do, and they're not as cooldown reliant. So let's see what that last ban will be.
10 seconds remaining.
It's got to be something for Samael.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, the other carry that's still in, I think Samael has had a game on, right, is Slark. You sort of fancy the Slark and the Pounce. Could be nice, catching the Ember and the Weaver.
Let's see.
Oh, TA. So we are going to have a carry, either probably a carry Mag or a carry at Baden, right?
Or is it carry TA?
It could safe lane TA was a thing.
As long as we stay positive.
It was a thing. I mean, it's an OG draft, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, very strange
OG draft here.
Huh. And that does give them
5 seconds.
a non-melee hero, at least.
I think you're right, though, right?
Because then it's a lane versus Shaker.
TA.
Like Shaker laning versus that doesn't sound so nice at all.
Can't do anything at all.
You can't do anything, yeah.
Talking to me?
IG last pick. What's the plan for them?
Or is it a 5 ET mid Magnus? 3. I'm just kidding, but more. It's like 90% of 5 Abaddon now, and I'm carry TA.
I think it's got to be Samael carry TA.
Yeah. So let's see what IG does to react.
But if they think it's, they could definitely pick some up, heavy DPS here or something to really make the TA's game hard.
This constant
They
damage.
take themselves the Slark. I mean, they're going to have that with the Dark Pact, of course.
So
very nice to remove
Weaver.
the refraction, and it is Samael on the TA.
Okay, so it is the more obvious kind of, So Magnus is still flexed, it looks like here, but I'm at 90%. That's Seb too. Yeah. Okay, so it is going to be the more obvious ones. And it's going to be a Kaka Weaver with JT as the Shaker, Ollie on Silencer, Emo Ember.
Well,
Okay.
let's see.
All right.
I'm looking at the drafts.
I like IG's.
It's a lot of question marks on OG's side. It's
Yeah.
like, how is this going to work? But then again, that is what we always find ourselves asking.
For sure.
When we were seeing OG come up with these lineups. IG's draft looks pretty darn good.
It does.
This is pretty strong.
Lots of instances versus TA.
How are you catching this Weaver, this Ember, this Slark? It's not going to be easy.
No, there's no catch.
No.
So, lots of damage instances. We've got Flame Guard, we've got Dark Pact, we've got Arcane Curse, even Bugs. I mean, they don't burn it that fast, but every single little one of these things do add up. Okay. Does feel like it's a bit of an uphill battle for OG.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. I mean, which is going to make it all the more entertaining if they are able to do this here in this game one. But it definitely seems like the deck stacked against them here with what IG's been able to open up with this draft. But very exciting, ladies and gentlemen, to see what will happen between these two teams. As we've mentioned, of course, this is a very important game for OG. If they wish to fight for the chance to stay in the upper bracket.
Very likely, like we said, if they take one game, I believe they should be pretty okay to go.
But
for it.
They need that one game.
If they take 2-0, it's very likely as well too. But it's all dependent on how the other games go too, because they are tied up with some teams. So we'll see.
let's see indeed. This is such a good slot game for Fly.
Even for emo too, right? There's literally like just like no stuns. There's just not really a lot of staples, and they have
this
the global.
slot's just gonna pop off. I mean,
let's say Seb does get the situations where he gets good RPs off too. A global comes out. There's not going to be the follow up for them to keep this Ember, keep this this Slark controlled. So yeah, feels like an uphill battle, but we will see as it all kicks off.
It's going to be an entertaining one to watch for sure. See if OG's got some of that typical TIOG magic coming out here.
You talking to me?
So here we go, getting ourselves into the action, ladies and gentlemen. OG versus IG.
Instantly tipping emo too. Look at them. Always a little bit of mental game coming into play, and I feel like we're gonna have the most chat wheels that we've gotten to cast.
You feel this is the game?
The two of them, honestly. IG is also very historically known for doing those, especially JT. And JT is going to do the item build that we saw, I think, popularized more so by Old 11. I saw him doing it in his pubs even before come to this tournament. The Bassi first. Looks like Kaka, he's got his sentries. They're checking to see if there's a ward. Not there. Well, on the other side, OG claiming the high ground. And are they going to block camps? Let's take a look. Both of them starting with 2 sentries on both the 5 positions, so potentially blocking out those small camps versus both of these heroes that utilize small camp excellently. Will we get a high five, Seb? He's going to get left hanging, I think. Fly's like, nope.
Nope. I mean,
oh, look at this by Sumail as well. He's melded. He's just melded on the rune. We'll be able to claim it.
Easy.
He pings the music. All right, he's got it. So 3 runes.
Quite a bit of damage done to Ollie here. Saxa. So able to run him down a bit. Let's see how the lanes sort of settle up. I mean, any sort of lanes that are going to be struggling?
Let's see. I'm just curious to see how bottom's going to be, really, because I haven't seen these the carry TAs versus the Shaker. I feel like the TA is going to be able to have a pretty good time. Should be able to keep his distance. Refraction's really nice. I don't see how the Weaver is going to slow it down either. So TA should farm. I think Slark is probably going to be the one that struggles, even though it's a double melee with a silencer backing up. It's ET. AT versus these weaker heroes inside a laning phase. He just completely thrives.
Sure. Yeah, he just trades so well.
Yeah.
Especially having Seb at this side as well. Once Seb's got a few levels, have all the sort of setup to get IG's heroes in some unfavorable positions.
Yeah, they're already starting their little creep pole mechanics, making the Slark farm under the tower with a double creep wave while Seb is still harassing him. So Fly is pretty miserable up there. Fly, very low. Does hit the 2, but we'll see now. Ollie has to contest the creeps in between the 2 towers.
That's not easy for him to do. Saxa able to still handle that CS very nicely. Mid lane, Emo with the slight lead at the moment. He's got this bottle already on its way out, of course.
Skill matchup, but I would give slight advantage to Ember Spirit after some of the changes and nerfs that Void Spirit has received. But it's still a skill matchup, so I think it could come out even on either side. See how bottom's going. JT needs a big meld. Be okay. That hurts, though. Level 1 meld is no joke. That -5 armor. JT, he steps up. He's going to eat a second one.
Oh, he's dead this time.
I can't believe he lets himself get the -10 armor. He still had the debuff from the first one when the second one hit him.
Oh, well, Sumail. He's going to be very happy with that one. First blood for Sumail. And their safe laners, a big mistake there from JT.
I don't think he expected it to do that much damage, but still had that first debuff, I believe, for a split second when the second one connected. Wave will push into him, though, so he will be able to get the nice chunk of experience going his way. But yeah, this is a cool solution for the... what we've been seeing a lot of times from these Shakers is the enchant totem damage inside the laning phase starts to become pretty overwhelming versus a lot of these carries. Jeez, Sumail.
I mean, he is bullying JT down here.
But Refraction... You know, you pop the enchant totem, he pops Refraction, he eats the whole hit. It's pretty much like it's not there, and he's even high-fiving him now. He knows how well he's doing in that lane. 17-5. And JT's a good sport, though. He'll give him the high-five back.
Not really too much Kaka can do to make this any easier for JT down here, it seems.
No, they do have the level 3 now on the Shaker. That's one of those big timers we always talk about, since you do have all 3 of your
mid.
skills. Able to stun mid.
Thompson. He opts to stand his ground, but he's going to die for that. Emo gets the kill.
I'm surprised Emo's actually living. I thought he was going to suicide the tower right away. But I guess he's going to let himself survive and just go
He's
play
got a
one of the
bouncy rune on the
runes.
high ground.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, there
We've seen that a lot from a lot of these players. You get the solo kill on the mid, and then you just suicide to the tower, so you come back full HP when he comes back. But
yeah, I mean, Thompson made the call to not to simulate out.
Yep.
Felt that maybe he would have the damage to get the job done. He didn't.
it's a big kill.
Absolutely. Emo already was having a very nice time in that mid.
No-Tail is just bodying both heroes now bottom.
Yeah,
Smell
this
getting
bottom
full
lane's
free farm.
going downhill pretty rapidly for IG. Sumail, complete free farm. They're not able to slow him down right now.
That being said, though, Fly doing better than I'd expected, to be honest with you. 19 CS up onto him. Now Saksa is level 3, so that's where the Spirit really starts to get its true power. Plus 115 damage. Fly has to instantly leap away. Kaka trying to get the rune.
Not going to be able to do so. Thompson. It's all his.
Secures it for Emo. And JT has, of course, caught back up in those last hits, as we said. Lane positioning, since they did get the kill on him, it did shove all the way under his tower. He actually has a full Falcon Blade, I believe, purchased up on his Shaker.
We're diving in for Thompson here. They've got the chains. Looks out as well, but a TP coming in from No-Tail.
Thompson will be okay.
We'll stop them.
Well, lose his courier, though.
Does indeed. Goodbye to the no tally recipe. Kaka there with the snipe.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Bottom lane, JT trying to get a rehold of the wave here with that pull. It is going to be...
Ooh. Kaka always got thinking about going for these courier snipes behind tower, but wasn't quite able to. Do we have any stacks getting started just yet? No. Saksa putting more attention, just playing in the laning phase. Probably will start backing up in the next few moments to start stacking Ancients up because they do have that TA. And I guess he has slowed down the Slark a little bit. I just thought the Slark was going to be slowed down even more in comparison. I mean, so
sure, because overall it's without doubt Sumail just having the freest lane at the moment.
Yep.
Full farm down bottom is. And he's got 17 one charges, so he's
more than fine.
Yeah, not got any fear at all down here.
Once the 6 is on the Shaker, then they have potential to go for any plays on TA, because then they have a way to actually break Refraction with Echo Slam if there's around a creep wave because of all the separate instances from the Echo. And Saksa is, he's starting to get some stacks started. Not the Ancient, but he wants to check Rune for Thompson. And they will be able to get it, Emo. Gotta take a beating. And whoa, a No-Tail right on top of him as well as top.
Try and go on Seb. And they'll have the damage for that one. Seb caught out by the curse.
Nice play. As soon as they knew the EG wasn't in the area, they took advantage of that and made an aggressive move.
It's grim.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Even until we see some of the moves from the mids come into play, Sumail he's just not going to be under any sort of pressure.
Yep.
He's having a very, very lovely time down on this bottom half of the map.
And he's always topped off. No-Tail's keeping him nice and healthy. If he's topped off, then they can't make a play for Echo. The only way they can use the Echo play when he's 6 is if the TA is a bit low, and then they walk in from like the side and he gets like a really good connection with it, but super unlikely. Absolutely would need a rotation, likely from Emo, to be able to go for that TA, which is possible. Very early on that the Ember Spirit can hit that bottom lane. Just doesn't really have the mana just yet. He did not get that 6-minute rune.
Yeah, with these sentry control and the traps down, it makes it very hard for JT or Kaka to come that far down the lane at all.
Surprised Kaka's... Oh, No-Tail. Maybe stepping up a bit too far this time around. The bug's committed. JT.
Somehow by his side and trapped down.
He's just going to throw the Echo.
He is.
Yeah.
Take the kill.
He's going to also get this whole creep wave too, so that's nice.
That's, slow start, so
yeah, it's okay.
An Echo for a kill.
Sure.
As you say, you're never going to kill Sumail with the Echo anyway down there.
Yeah, it's just a bit too difficult, especially if No-Tail's in the area, so yeah, it's fine. Good play. Kaka now making the move toward top. They can definitely look to set up kills onto Seb pretty easy now if the pounce does connect with the last word, because he'll be silenced right afterwards when the pounce does end. And And mid, both of them are just getting the farm on. Emo's just stacking some camps in the meantime, trying to maximize his. But the rune's being checked both times. No-tail, again, securing the rune bottom for Topson after he gets the illusion rune top earlier. They're actually going to try to bully Emo out a little bit. We'll force him away, but he has the Remnant down on the hard camp with his Flame Guard. So we'll be at least able to farm that for Emo. Risky, though. He's at 80 HP. We'll finish it off.
They've got to watch out, though, IG, for potential moves from Topson now. The Arcane picked up. Incredibly potent rune.
Absolutely. And he's got the mid wave fully pushed in, too, so has opportunities to hunt.
Yeah, he can.
And hunting he is.
JT, he definitely could be in trouble here. But the Arcane, Topson could go for this. He's going to jump in. Quick combo.
Oh, and he gets all the creeps, too. Ooh. Couldn't ask for better.
Easy money at the same time up top. Divine Ollie out of position. Seb. Trying to take him out. Fly will try and punch back into Seb, but can't trade hits easily, especially with Saxa back around.
He's going toe-to-toe with Emo.
He's got the Remnant control. Topson is having a run. He's going to have to simulate back up in a second, and Emo knows it. Won't waste time chasing.
Arcane Rune, you're coming into play there. 2K lead already, though, for...
I mean, the space just continues for Samel. He's 1K ahead of anyone else in the game. Saxa, step up here. Fly. He's going to try and use the shot. To continue chasing down, but Seb comes in with a skewer. Even threatens with the RP, so Fly has to back off. We'll hold off on dropping the RP, though. Still available for the next play.
And it looks like... Ooh, bottom. Absolutely big. And it looks like, in the meanwhile, when Ollie did get killed before as a silencer, I was wondering what his positioning was. He was actually warding Ancients. So he was looking to block out that Ancient camp so that they can't keep stacking it, but... Do see Noto place that sentry. He sees the ward right away. Nice. He's going to get taken out, and they should be able to actually stack right afterwards off of that, too. So it is going to be a triple
Emo, they're trying to interrupt this stack here. Zemo, Ollie coming over. They'll catch No-Tail. The shield to try and help him out. Seb watching from the side. Seb does still have the RP available. Looks to drop it down. It's going to be whiffed. Emo with a quick remnant out. They'll lose Ollie, though, and Emo's still being run down by Saxa. Saxa, he needs one more hit. He may just get it. No, the chains are up. Emo's able to hold back Saxa. Still, Kaka very deep in enemy territory here. He's trying to hide in the trees. Topson's got the Astral Step at the ready. Cuts in. Kaka, he's trying to hide another Shikuji.
Oh, Emo also might die to Sax in the meantime, but we'll get away.
I mean, Fly's still trying to poke at Seb, but underneath the tower, he can't do so. Topson, he's still looking for Kaka. Remnant won't grab him. The Dissimulate does. The Resonant Pulse, the damage is done. Topson will be able to catch Kaka.
God damn. Dissimulate. The damage that comes with it when you have like Fairy, Trinket, and a Null, it's quite a lot. 400 burst almost.
And Fly is low. Good step forward to block the pounce, but Shadow Dance is up still. Fly will escape. You see Topson getting hungry for action with these moves.
All-time where Sumail is just sitting back, getting space. Full free farm. Already on his way toward that Deso after Tread's Dragonlance. It's going to be super early. No-tail. Chased out again.
He's got the 6 now, so it's a little more awkward for Kaka and JT to commit on him. They'll let him walk this off.
OG's getting much better space around the map, though. Much more farm, at least. Just farming a bit better. All 3 cores ahead of their counterparts. Even ET, as we've seen Saxa, just running heroes down. Look at Kaka. Oh my goodness.
A bit of hesitance there on the punch there from Saxa.
The fissure would come out. JT would be able to stop him.
Okay.
It was actually a really smart play.
All right.
He might be able to get turned on if he does commit a little bit too far there. And we've been seeing this more now. I saw a couple... The 5 position ETs are doing the 3 points and stop. The 4 positions are putting 3 points in Spirit most of the time now. I saw Zephyr even put 4 points in the Spirit. He was 1-4-1. The game that he did pop off on. Emo does have a Fire Remnant to work with.
He's got Ollie by his side as well. JT is Fisher's out. End of the chains, but Topsy's got the back of a No-Tail, though. He's used the global, trying to save Emo. Emo's got the Remnant away. Underneath the tier 2, Topson, can he chase? He's going to look to. Remnant won't grab him, though. So Emo does manage to survive. Ollie does get dove under the tower, though. Saxa coming in with a big hard punch. It chases him down with the phase boots. So we'll get a kill after all. But the global usage, at least enough to bail Emo out of harm's way.
The OG just being super aggressive with this lineup here. 3k advantage, continuing to get more on the map, and they're looking to pressure towers too. And Deso is going to be done, and with the Deso, it's very likely that Sumail can just look to head into pit very soon. Like him and No-Tail could probably duo it.
Definitely.
Well, everybody else, they could show other heroes on the map, and the 2 of them can go in there and look to go for a play like that.
There's no global as well, so it would be a good timing to go for that move.
He still has like 400 gold until he does have that Deso, so it needs a little bit more time. Meanwhile, JT trying to finish up bottom tower, but they're bringing reinforcement. Thompson's here.
And he wants to try and threaten a kill.
Oh, Ollie, he showed his face.
He does. Fisher will buy a little bit of time for Ollie. Does Thompson want to commit for this? He's waiting out the curse of the silence. May just be long enough to allow Ollie to get far enough away, and it will be. Thompson can't keep chasing. Very close to having the Yules done, though, Thompson.
Yeah. I feel like Ollie got a bit lucky there. Thompson was really thinking about committing onto him. But JT almost having Blink Dagger. That's probably the biggest indicator of when IG is going to start looking to actually be more active. But OG's just getting a bit too far ahead after this laning phase. Yeah, 4K lead, it just continues to grow. And IG forcing anything until they do have that blink is very difficult. They just don't really have the heroes to force buildings, don't have heroes to force fights without that blink.
And here we go. So 13-minute Deso complete on Samael.
That is fast.
Deso Dragonlance. Let's carry TA off to a fantastic start and seeming like a very good way to in response to lane against that core shaker, as you said. It's just been a free start for Samael completely. Any type of these ranged heroes, it really does feel like, because every time I'm seeing these melee heroes go over a shaker, he just totems them back, and it's like, oh geez, all right, we can't actually lane very well. But yeah, ranged TA doesn't care. Refraction also. It seems like actually one of the perfect heroes in both factors of range and absorption from Refraction. JT trying to get some farm, but look at Thompson, just a gatekeeper. Yeah, DD rune. I mean, OG have done a very good job of taking over this triangle from IG rather early. Yeah, quite completely. And I mean, they're getting this big amount of farm, big amount of scaling, and they're the ones with the ET. And I'm seeing Saksa, he's already got a component of his Aghanim. Yeah, he's just free farming on the bottom lane. He's having he is. Free time down here. He's gonna hit all the creeps down here. And playing Slark versus ET is not fun. Thompson, he wants to try and go with this with the DD. We'll miss the initial astral step though. And TPs are coming over to the side. Samael, he was trying to join them, but Fly and Emo, they found Samael, and he's very far away from the rest of the team, so Samael will be killed off. And now IG, can they get more out of this? Kaka and JT, who are they going to look towards? Thompson, still got a step available. Thompson actually dissimulating back in over towards Kaka. They've got the stomp onto the two of them, Remnant onto JT, but the slam comes out, into the curse, into the silence. The splitter is there from Saxa, comes in, takes down the Shaker with one touch, over to Kaka as well. OG, they're winning the fight. They couldn't kill Thompson, IG, and now Thompson, he's chasing them down. Remnant set up in a position as it catches Emo on the escape. That was actually so cute. The splitter canceled the animation of the fissure. I think if the fissure does end up going down there, Thompson might just die and we see a completely different Thompson would have been dead for sure.
Splitter cancels it, boom, they end up getting 3 kills because of it, and they take the whole ancient stack. They lose Samael, which still hurts, but he's back up in 3.
Yeah, I know, big
And
moves.
now Global's down, Echo's down, I'm smelling Roshan.
We'll see it again on the replay. An early start here. I mean, it didn't look to be a good beginning for OG. With Samael caught where he was here, completely separate from the team. And even up to the points where we had this fight on the high ground, it still looks like it could be going south for OG. Back in action. Now around the Roche pit, Seb's in with the RP. He's caught Emo. Emo taken out. Fly. He's thinking about turning and fighting, but he cannot do so. He's got to run. He's getting burst solo with the Astral Step to dissimulate. Not quite going to catch him as he's out with the pounce, but the Yules is there. We've got him up in the air, into the storm. Fly's taken out as No-Tail finishes him off with a miscoil. Kaka's come in, but there's nothing to be done as the Weaver. He's got to run. And they get the Roche in the meanwhile, while killing 2 cores. And now Saxon's... Oh, he's even looked to run down Ollie. And Thompson, he's going to have the catch to do so. In with the Yule setup, the Remnant OG. 12-5 now, 7k lead. Aegis, as you say, in Samael's hands. Oh boy, this could not have gone any better this early game. And OG coming in with very much their own style here in the draft, and it's doing OG things. It sure is. 17 minutes, 7k lead already. And I mean, they have like TA, who's maybe not this like crazy late game, but with ET, they always have great ways to scale into the game. And this early was such a big advantage. It's going to be pretty massive uphill battle for the side of IG. They do have to blink on JT, but even in the last fight where they get a pretty good setup, just a little instance of canceling the full stun lock ends up allowing OG to take a huge one. They're probably so shaken up, like, oh god, like what do? We have Echo up in 4. We have to just keep looking to make plays, even if we're playing into Aegis. So they will smoke up immediately. Global and Echo ready. No-Tail, he'll happily tank this. That's even if they can kill it. He's got the borrowed time. TP's coming in for the rest of OG. So do you want to try and fight this? Thompson's jumping in, looking towards Kaka. No-Tail still alive. Jump through the slam. Catches the two of them. Catches both Seb and Thompson. Seb, he's able to put the Essence Ring, though. Skewer off to the side. Seb's still alive here for now. Fly will dive in. Finish off No-Tail with the Dark Pack. It's 2 down on OG. Samael, he's looking at fighting back. Saxa, he's running down Kaka and JT.
Emo. Oh. The Remnant's right next to Sumail. Well, bit unfortunate there, but had no escape.
And Saxa, he's getting some extras here on the sidebar list with JT. Fisher will block off Saxa, but the jump forward there from Seb. In on top of JT. And IG, they get in, they get a couple of kills. They do find the slam, but it's still not a great trade for them. They end up losing 2 in return. Samael's in with the cleanup.
And it's the location of it, too. It's not like they get any kills into anything either. Look at the lane positioning as well. It's in OG's favor. Both lanes is pushing out, too. So IG don't really get much of anything out of it besides just some small type of kills. And OG come out ahead again.
Thompson even trying with a hunt there for Kaka. Samael taking away the Ancients.
He has a full BKB on.
19 minutes in.
And now those instances, we talked about damage.
Insane.
Damage instances on IG, no longer. BKB gets popped. All those damage instances were magical. So he's going to be able to stay inside the fights very easy.
I mean, mid.
Fly.
He's got
Shadow Blade. Oh, Saxa has the Fey Grenade too. Oh, baby. ET and Shaker now are the two, and I guess Tiny, of course, the Fey Grenade, because you get your plus damage as well with it, so if he does have like a plus 400 with a Fey Grenade, he's going to plus 400 throw it at somebody. Very fun, and he's halfway toward Aghanims, more than halfway. Game looking very difficult for IG in these next few moments.
I mean, what's the... Flyfly's got the Shadow Blade done over the Echo Saber, but...
Okay. I guess when he has Silver Edge, what they can do is they can Silver Edge hit Abaddon, global, kill him in the fights, and then start focusing everybody else. But they do need to solve the backlines.
Look at the chase down Fly here. Thompson. He's actually going to get the grab with the Remnant into the Stomp. They're locking down Fly throughout the duration of his Shadow Dance. And Fly, he's not going to get away from this. Does get denied by the neutral. So I guess something to be said, but still 45 seconds where he's off the map.
Oh, God. Damn hill troll. IG looked to make that aggro move, and now back to getting some type of passive farm. Kaka's been the one actually passive farming for quite a long time on his team. Just getting solo crush. He's got Earn going back for Ags. But really getting out farmed and getting caught all over the place. JT, though.
They're going to jump in. Echo followed up by the Global. They're trying to take down Thompson. Thompson, he will fall. The Slider Fist comes into play. Emo takes him out. Now looking over towards No-Tail, but the borrowed time's up. One more hit, and Emo's going to get silenced. He has to be a bit careful. Saxa is running him down here. One more hit will do it, but the controls there from JT. Top Saxa from getting in onto Emo. Quick slide in the chains. Holds Saxa off to the side. No-Tail will continue to be chased down by Kaka and JT, and with a big slap from the Enchant Totem, they get the kill. Fisher block off as well for JT. He's controlled Saxa. Saxa can't escape. It's another for JT.
Huge by JT. No hesitation either. That Echo Slam, absolutely instant down bottom when Thompson does commit forward. Wow, how much gold did he just get, actually?
That's a lot for the Shaker here. JT, he really is kind of just holding things together whilst they fall further and further behind. Still down 9k, but JT, definitely the sort of the spark of hope that IG need to turn this one around. Great jump. Excellent follow-up, of course, from the Global, and they have enough time to take out Thompson before any sort of help can arrive.
And we said this multiple times, too, is that's what we were a little bit like, they picked the Abaddon in to the silencer, and we see it right there. That Global unable to bail out Thompson at all with any type of heal or shield. Yeah, big play by JT. Much needed for them.
I need a few more of those, of course, though.
For sure.
Still a hefty lead here for OG at the start that they've had, and the farm that Samael is getting. Obviously, yeah, No-Tail, a couple of components away from that Lotus. Of course, that will give a huge answer to that combo that IG are executing.
Yeah, just going to need the plate mail. It's actually pretty close. All things considered as a 5 position.
Radiant
right now, Global Echo on cooldown. OG looking to be active.
They're on the hunt for Emo.
They see him too, but he does. Oh, they know. They see. I think they
No
see the
TP
defensive.
either.
They see the remnant
Cooldown.
too.
Thompson's got to get the setup, otherwise Emo will be away. And he has.
He gets it.
Just Remnant straight out into the trees. They follow it up with the RP. Thompson getting the catch.
That's pretty good awareness. Smoke breaks. He knows exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Hey, when you have these trees cut as well, this is a big indicator lately.
Where he's gone.
Yeah, so very good awareness there from Thompson. Also, they placed the ward to know that he didn't back up. They saw the remnant, so they're like, he's still here. He's looking to play. Very cocky, and they will punish him for it. Now they have TA with Aghanims, so Sumail can be anywhere on the map now because of this. And also can maybe survive a lot of the ganks too. He can perhaps just psionic projection out of a lot of the plays that happen onto him. Also has Meld Dispel. Get rid of those chains. Get rid of the curse in the last word as well. Protect himself a little bit better.
That's tier 2.
That's quick.
It certainly is. The push is here from OG. It's mid lane. Thompson. He's got the catch on the Kaka. Sumail heads over to a trap, and he's here. Whew. Able to get involved, get himself another kill. That Aghanims getting around from point A to point B.
Still has a trap down bottom too if he sees an opportunity to go back down there for the push. Yep, No Tail's pinging. Using Sumail. And they're giving they are giving No Tail farm too, like you mentioned. Prioritizing him to get that Lotus so that he can always go for these saves.
Yeah, it's just going to be a solid answer to
Yep.
sort of the one combo that's causing issues. Top lane.
JT again.
It's not enough burst straight away, but they do have the global to make sure the Thompson's still locked out on the way back down.
Nice play.
They are, they're being able to catch and kill Thompson with this, but obviously that's not going to be enough. They need much more here. Fly.
Sumail is just on the chase. He's taking out Kaka and pushing away Emo as well by himself.
See Fly trying for the dive onto No Tail. TPs are coming in. Fly really wants the kill. Does commit and get it. See if he can get away here from Sumail and Sax. They should be fine.
He's got Depth Shroud as well too. He's got so many ways to escape now. Spirit will go through him, so they know where he was, but we'll be able to get away. And Sumail literally just jumped into both the Ember and the Weaver and killed them because he now has, if I'm not mistaken, the Shard. So he does have the Silence now versus these two as well, which is going to be very effective. Fly. Oof, he didn't get that packed off.
Seb. Time with the idea of the RP. Fish is going to come out for JT to try and give space for Fly to get back, but it doesn't matter. They have the control with the Remnant, and Sumail, he's more than got the damage covered here.
He's just so farmed too, and now they still have RP for the upcoming move. No Echo, no Global. See if they look to threaten that high ground. Roche is up. I guess with the time, 50 seconds, they want to push forward as much as they can, and then they'll probably back up and look for that Roche. Surprising to see no traps inside of it, though, from Sumail. Still hanging around. He's feeling strong on Sumail. They just have to watch.
Yeah, what can they do?
They can't do anything. So I get that. That's why they commit.
Sumail's just taking the barracks.
And that makes sense why they commit. Oh. Uh-oh.
They got creeps on the way.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Refraction just came back. And the Brigands, of course, coming into play there versus, of course, low HP things. Brigand's Blade.
Oh, there we go. Full Eggs.
Oh, boy.
Saxa. I mean, everything is just falling into place here for OG. They have run them over here in this first 26 minutes. IG still just... They haven't found the moment to shake things up, really.
And they need to get... The thing is now, ET with this type of items, you need BKB on Slark. BKB is already finished on Ember, but Slark now cannot stand his ground in the fights. He will find a DD. This could be a bit of a difference maker.
Oh, sneak in the Roche.
Okay. I think OG...
That would be risky.
Yeah. I believe OG... Yeah, they both scanned. OG caught a scan initially on the high ground when they were in the area, so...
They're thinking about it.
Sumail. Right on top of a sentry.
They're going to start. They're going for it.
With the Spirit.
Yeah, they can't get away with this IG. There's no way. They're going to have to try and take a fight. Sumail.
I mean, they
the
do see
Fisher
him.
starting things off. They're in. They follow with the Echo Slam. They manage to take down Sumail. The jump to the high ground gets the job done. The TA will fall. Seb
80 seconds.
skewing Fly off to the side, but now Seb split from the rest of the team. Pounds forward from Fly. They're in onto the Magnus. It's a second kill.
guess they did not expect there to be a ward on the high ground
Not
there.
at all.
Like a ward
They really didn't.
right on top of Sumail. And now that's a free rush. 65 seconds. IG
All right, here we go.
turning it around. JT really is the savior.
I mean, JT is doing so much for them. I mean, they've been down sort of 10k for such a long time now, but JT, these moves, these jumps are certainly the difference maker here, and he's just about found himself another here over to No-Tail. Borrowed time is still on cooldown. 5 seconds. And it's too long. No-Tail goes down. Another catch and another kill for JT.
And now with Aegis, as well as, I think a gem picked up, I believe, for Ollie. Yeah, Ollie picking up a gem nice and early on for his team, too. We'll look to take out those TA traps so they can make sure that they aren't under vision in any of these fights. I think he's just going to pass it over to the Slark, too. Seb's still in the area.
And he has got an RP.
He's
going
thinking
to
about
jump,
it.
but Fly did get the dart packed off in time.
But
Trying
the
to get away with the skewers in. Zeb. Take down the two of them. Aegis here for round 2, but the remnants set up. Is there any way they can help this Slark? There is not. Seb puts a quick stop to IG's attempt to push that tier 2 off the back of an Aegis.
Holy moly. I don't think they expect to get hit that hard. The ET Spirit amping up the damage. Void Spirit with Aghanims, with Nether Shawl. Just absurd amount of burst damage. He even got Depth Shroud off and they still both died. Well, that was their Aegis.
Yep, that was sort of the bit of a swing. Swinging back the other way. Back over towards the river as well. They found JT. Thompson in with the catch. Seb on top of the Ember. Emo, is he going to be able to get out of this one? He has got the BKB, so that will allow him to get away, at least for now. Yeah, as soon as they get themselves a bit of fortune riding in their direction, IG, they let it slip away.
Maybe they thought OG would be a bit scared to go for the move, but they did not care at all playing into Aegis. They still feel super strong, and they're still going to look to push forward here. Echo Slam back up, but 30 seconds for JT.
Outside the base now, Sumail, full Daedalus on its way over.
Oh boy. He's just 9,000, 10,000 gold almost ahead of the Slark.
20 seconds without JT. They can't get anything done without the Shaker. They've got to wait for him to be back up. OG now pushing up to the high ground here. What can IG do? Jump forward from Thompson. He's just going straight in it. He's gone right in. He's been silenced. The global is out. Thompson, he needs help. He's got to dissimulate, but he's not getting out. Thompson's dead for 70. And now Sumail, he's getting jumped on. Echo to control him. He will get the BKB off as well as the refraction, but they've got the numbers, IG. JT jumps over towards No-Tail. No-Tail, he goes down. Fly still full HP and ready to fight. Going over towards Saxa, who'll have a little bit of time for himself with the magic immunity, but Saxa, he's in trouble. 3 dead on OG.
Okay. Thompson. A bit deep there. Sumail does get out, though, and so does Seb at very close moments. Sumail is able to get his projection out, and Magnus actually gets the TP out, and JT, I believe maybe he misclicked. His totem put him on the high ground. He just missed the stun onto the Magnus. So 2 get out, but Thompson heavily overextending.
Yeah, he just went in and...
he used the aggressive Yules, so
I was like, hang on. I was like, oh, he's got BKB or he's got Aegis? What's he doing?
Guess he really thought that No-Tail could bail him out, but it was just it's too deep.
Yeah, that was definitely the case there. Sumail, very lucky to get out either. You know, if he got sort of chain lockdown after that initiation for JT, would have been dead for sure. But man, the damage still very much plenty here on OG as IG, they hold.
Yeah. Every single time that they do have Echo and Global, it feels like they have a very good chance to take the fights. Besides that, the OG does have much better ones. But now, Kaka, he's got Aghanims. So in some of these situations where perhaps they think they might get these explosion kills, he's going to be able to save people. Lots of save on IG with the Depth Shroud and with the time lapse that's going to be coming up from that Axe Weaver.
OG with the smoke up though. They want to try and hit.
Have to hit.
The Global's not hit.
Yep, have to hit while Echo and Global are down. But it's not very long now. Only got 15 seconds on Echo, and Global is pretty much back since they're starting to get
Thompson,
these levels.
He's going to look for the setup onto Emo, but Emo's got the BKB. So got with the Axe time lapse, they will have that bailout.
Seb.
He's going to get the jump, but it's just the silencer. I mean, that still can eliminate that Global, which would be nice, but Ollie, he's got the Ghost Sept. I mean, does Ollie even die here? Jump forward for Thompson, they will be able to burst him. So Ollie's out of the fight, has got buyback available, though, if they do feel the need. And that was the RP, but it allows them to get the range rack, so I don't know if it'll allow OG to get much more, though.
just up to tier 2. Sumail just projections up there.
Axe is done on Emo.
Yep, and he already grabbed the shard from the Roshan from earlier. Yeah, that could be decently useful too. His Fire Remnants deal damage per second versus TA Refraction.
Very nice against the TA.
Small little something. Also, of course, being able to regain his charges whenever he does get a kill.
Very nice against the TA, very nice against the Blinks.
Yep.
Seb might struggle a bit more to get these RPs off with the Remnants being thrown around.
And as we said, Echo Slam is up.
Yep.
IG's
Time
hunting.
to go.
Sumail gets
So
out.
IG can find. Fly leading in first, trying to give them the vision information. Kaya Sanj now onto Thompson, so a bit of resistance to try and break out of these combos that IG are slamming down onto them. Hurricane Pike as well for Sumail, so can keep his distance and had that better chance of repositioning himself in the chaos.
The thing about this, though, is that Sumail is starting to hit critical mass quite soon. IG has a lot more space to grow, so OG definitely wants to persist and look for
They
plays.
get the jump up to the high ground. Really off to the side, Fly. He's looking to turn back in. They get the change off onto the two. The side of the jump, the Echo Slam. He's caught the three of them. Oh, no, Sumail. He's going to get taken out. No chance to fight for Sumail as IG immediately collapse on him. Once again, JT starting off the action. OG, they're trying to scatter back to the base. Not going to make it though. 3 dead on OG. As yet again, IG getting the jump. No Tails Courier hits the deck. That's the gem gone as well. IG, they're hitting back hard, and OG. Yeah, that's super. Obviously, that mistake on the bottom lane, bit of an overextension, and since that point, the fights have just got easier and easier for IG because IG they've all sort of just got that item that they were waiting for. We'll see it again here. They
walked up as 3 together, and we did. These melee heroes versus the Shaker.
Yeah, JT
jumps
straight in,
and then look at Emo, just 5 spirits on top of Sumail to make sure that he can burst him out.
Completely on top of him. I think Sumail did get the BKB off, but when he was pretty much on like 100 HP, so it was irrelevant. Didn't matter.
And I was just mentioning how, Sumail, he's starting to get to his point of soon critical mass. So all these moments where IG get these kills, they're starting to get a lot of momentum. And maybe OG is starting to run out of steam a little bit here versus this constant combos. Because now, they're so high level too, right? Level 24 TA, respawning in 30. Echo's going to be back up. So is Global.
Yeah.
Every single time that they do respawn, it's just IG's ready to fight again. IG. Completely finding their footing now in this game.
Yeah, this refresh is going to come pretty soon as well for Emo.
Yeah, and of course he finds a Cloak of Flames as well. Didn't point that one out, but another phenomenal item versus TA. Giving a blaster rig on JT that we didn't point out from earlier.
For Fly as well. It's
everything's coming together.
It really is.
Game's starting to look more and more difficult for OG as it progresses.
Yeah, they can't afford any more mistakes. Another mistake from OG, and the game's going to be completely in control of IG. Seb, it's going for the jump in. The rest of OG, though, are they actually able to back him up? Thompson will look to jump in, but the BKB pop Fly commits onto Seb. Jump forward from JT. He's got the Echo. They turn to Sumail. Sumail's just getting chain stunned. He only just gets the BKB up, but again, it's too late. Sumail's out and down. OG again having to run. I mean, Saxa, he's trying to get back in onto Emo, but No Tail's dead. Saxa's got Thompson by his side. Will manage to jump and they kill Emo. Saxa. Tries to TP out. Very optimistic attempt there. Does not pay off. He is also dead. Only Thompson left alive. And even Thompson,
chasing.
He is. Fly zooming across the map here.
He's got to step up.
But he's not going to be able to catch it. But again, 4 dead on OG. IG, they're just taking every single team fight in their favor.
JT just he's got target priority. He sees Sumail, he echoes Sumail, and just chain stuns him every time.
It really does feel like he has been the hero here for IG this game.
And in the initial go, too, he even fissure blocked off No Tail from getting into the fight earlier on there where he could potentially maybe get towards Seb. Yeah, this has just been every single time. And it's also Abaddon. He does pop the ult, but he walks into range of the Echo, so he gets chain stunned during it, so he can't even look to protect Sumail to get an earlier BKB off.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just sort of just the wide area of effect that JT's throwing out these stuns from. It does mean that as you said, what can normally be seen as a bit of a counterplay to that, you have to deal with the follow-up stuns, and when they come out as thick and fast as they do from JT, you can't quite get that save off. And Sumail, 2 times now, 2 fights where IG have just made this 25k net worth hero just completely redundant as they just lock him out completely.
I mean, the graph says it all. Seb steps up.
He's in trouble here. Yule's up. Can he get away from this? The stomp actually is enough. Saxa able to make sure that there's space for him. Actually, JT's on the chase, jumps in. Seb, he's not getting away. He goes down. And again, OG, they've got to head back. Without the Magnus, I mean, they've been struggling 5v5, 4v5. That's definitely not going to be an option for OG.
And Sumail respawns, and Echo Slam and Global are back.
Everything's back up.
Yeah, and no Seb, no way that they can contest this.
OG, they've got to somehow find JT, like, at the start of these fights. It really does feel. If they let the Shaker get the free jump on Sumail, the fight's just over every time.
Yeah. And now there's going to be a refresher shard as well from this Roche. So, I mean, Emo, if he wants it, I would say an argument for JT to just take it because of how good he's played. But
well, Emo's pretty close to his own refresher, right?
I think, yeah. Let's see.
Okay, well, you're right.
Yeah.
He'll take it for now. I mean, honestly...
But there's an argument for JT to take because he is 100% the MVP of this game.
But the thing is as well, you know, JT's probably saying, dude, look, I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't need a refresher shard. I can handle them with one round of my spells.
And at the end of the day...
And he can.
A refresher shard with an Ember Spirit, that makes it 3,000 burst damage with Fire Remnants if you do it properly. So, you know, he can throw it all 5, dunk it, do it again, dunk it. Yeah. So it's just so much burst and so much potential for an Ember and double BKB and whatnot. So yeah, much more useful at Evo.
Sumail closing in on the Eon disc. I mean, that
he needs it.
It's going to be the one answer. It's a bit of an awkward answer, of course, with the carry, but he has to.
He got an ascetic cap. Also,
I mean, Sumail, he has to put the BKB straight away. The global's going to come out afterwards.
But Firefly's gone.
That is the Aegis comp, but he's back for round 2. Sumail, the BKB's now one off. Now he's got no BKB. They jump in from Evo, then straight away. JT's on top of him as well. Sumail, he's going to go down. There's a big splitter though. Sumail actually still alive. He's never going to waste him. He's in with the RP, tops and closes over. Have they got the damage? Saxon coming in with the big punches. They've taken down 2. Evo out. Kirk as well, only to fall. As JT, they'll be able to find him. Also, Saxon just coming in with a hard hit. Sumail has the range.
Ember's dead for 80. Fly gets deleted in 2 hits from TA to start the fight. And again, now we swing it the other way.
This time around, they couldn't... I mean, they got so close to killing Sumail, but this time he was able to break away from the combo.
This time, Notel was close enough to be able to bail him out of everything, too.
Even after initially using the BKB quite early, it didn't matter. They're able to still keep Sumail alive. Sumail going to be able to force himself back in with a Hurricane Pipe. Buyback comes out from JT. So a couple of buybacks being used from IG. Jump forward. Seb, he's got the catch. And
it's 100 seconds.
It's a dead slug. A very, very dead slug. Where's his money? No money. 800 short of buyback. That
can they keep going?
Actually might just be, that might be the game.
They can at least get the megas, I believe.
80 seconds without the slug. Fly, bye. That might be it.
That might be it.
That might be the end. Well, we'll see.
Got a glyph.
They're going to have the combo, right? How long's till Global's up? Global's up in 20. They'll have the combo. JT, he's been doing some heavy lifting. He
needs Emo, though.
He's got even more weights on him now.
He needs Emo's damage.
Zep, he's got a catch.
The silence as well with the trap.
Kaka's gone. No buyback on him either. Jump forward, JT. He's going to try for everything onto Sumail. He's got the BKB back up.
Shielded.
They couldn't lock him down forever. The splitter's out onto JT. No buyback on the Shaker. That's it. GG. OG. They'll get it. They'll get the win here in game 1.
And it was after such a big fight back from IG. An uphill battle from 15K net worth deficit. Winning every single fight after that, right? They won 3-4 fights in a row on IG, and then one fight that OG wins bottom because of Sumail hiding in the tree line, sniping out the Slark, getting a clutch shield from No-Tail. They end up taking it. And a beautiful RP, of course, from Seb there.
Yeah, Seb also stepping up in that last fight.
Really does come everything together. Wow.
What a game. It feels like classic sort of OG winning in OG style.
Sure.
You know, they get a lead, they throw a little bit, a bit of a dive, a little bit of base diving, and then it certainly looks to go all downhill. Then I do get a grab back again at the end.
I think the ascetic cap also something that we definitely need to look into there at the end there because it was JT. He jumped onto Sumail in that bottom lane for the initial go.
Yeah,
echoes him, but he got the BKB off because ascetic cap procs. He gets status resistance from it, so didn't have Aeon disc, but he had the mini Aeon disc as we call it. So
wow. What a game 1, ladies and gentlemen. There, IG and OG definitely want to keep you sitting on the edge of your seats, pretty much up to those final moments where, IG, obviously taking that fight and not having the buybacks, and with
Emo
no
spent his gold. That's a good point too.
Emo as well, right? He
had spent his gold in that last fight too. He committed mostly for that refresher, so no buyback.
True, picked up the recipe, didn't even have the full thing. So awkward situations there. But that is it for game 1, ladies and gentlemen. OG, they'll take the first game of the series. We've got another one coming up around the corner between OG and IG, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to IG versus OG here at the TI10 group stages. I'm ODPixel here with Fog. And, we just had game one. And game one went the way of OG, but it was a bit of a bumpy ride. A bit of back and forth. They did dominate the early game, but then there's a little bit of a throw here and there. Kind of went back the favour of IG. Some great plays from JT.
Great plays
JT
from
was
JT.
really doing that, putting the work in to try and swing it around. Didn't matter at the end of it all. Well, sort of one fight really where they weren't able to just chain lock down Samael, and then Samael, he was rather farmed. He was doing a lot of damage when they weren't able to continuously keep him locked down and disabled.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, that was probably IG's comeback that got devastated there from a couple of little mistakes and also just maybe just feeling the momentum a little bit too much, right? Like Emo, he bought his perseverance, and then he bought the recipe for the refresher. They take the fight bottom. He dies. He doesn't have buyback. Fly also committed his gold. He dies in a bit of an awkward position away from his team before the fight kicks off. After they were having literally 3-4 consecutive fights where they were just fully coming back after a 15k deficit. So, OG, maybe a tiny bit lucky there at the end of the day, but some big clutch plays that did come out in that last fight from both Saksa as well as Seb with that
Saksa.
huge RP and just splitters and stomps and whatnot. So.
And I think there's no surprise. We've got the draft coming up on your screens right now. The first ban from IG, it is that Saksa ET.
I honestly think that
it's got to go.
Going into main stage, because we're just going to be finishing up with group stage, I think this should be a first ban from every team. Honestly, I think ET is just ridiculous. And it's winning every game. It's winning across every stream. It's winning. It's got like 60-something, 70-something, almost a 70% win rate across like 50 games. So I think we're really going to start seeing that one taken out more. We even see the respect giving toward the Magnus too. So completely different game we're going to be seeing. And IO is left in the pool. Monkey King's left in the pool. Weavers, etc.
Let's have a look. What do they want to take first? IG. Lots of options.
Yeah, IO, Weaver, Monkey King are the three big ones that we've seen prioritized by majority.
Aya.
I think he's going to be the Aya.
Aya first for IG. And OG, what do they want? Do they want that Weaver?
I don't know.
Do they want the Monkey King?
I'm not sure.
That was left in for a while.
Do the people hear it? Do they see it? They
do not.
They still see us.
Production. Da-da, da-da.
We'll have it in a second for you guys. But it is an IO first pick. It was a tiny Lesh banned from OG. And IO was first picked by IG. OG, they're going to grab Monkey King. We'll have the draft hopefully for you guys in a moment.
Production.
JJ.
JJ. It was. Oh my JJ.
It's not JJ. Or is it?
I don't know.
As they will take the Snapfire as well,
Depends
too.
how much he pays me. For now, it was JJ.
So we got Monkey King Snap, two super popular heroes. Flexible Monkey King, as we've come to see. Snapfire, also one of those heroes that has a really high win rate throughout this tournament. And good versus the IO. I see them pick up the Nyx, so this is cool because it's a counter versus Snapfire, and now perhaps they don't have to ban the Puck as much. Because from what I've seen, every single game where a team has IO, they third ban Puck instantly. Or fourth ban it. They do not like to play the IO versus the Puck because of the obvious reasons where it just gets easily focused down. So let's see what other bans IG is going to be able to use now with them picking up their duo support right off the bat.
I see him for OG. Do you still ban the Weaver or you leave the Weaver in?
10 seconds remaining.
Or do you not? Now that you've seen the two supports, is Weaver less likely to be picked now? Because you're like, well, if they were going to pick it, they would have rather picked it in a scenario where there would have been a bit more flexibility with it. Now that sort of the more clear hands shown, because this hasn't happened that many times really in the draft, right? Where you do get your straight up two supports first and then not really flexibility, right? I feel like all drafts we've seen, you have one sort of hero that could go somewhere else. This time from IG, like. I mean, sure, we've obviously had OG, right? They played like an offlane IO. I don't think IG is a team that would do that, though.
Yeah, so. I guess. I mean, there's a slight possibility, I guess, they can, but I really do think that, because they had the option of a lot of, like, they could have picked a different core up, but I think the big reason it's Nyx is because of that deterrent toward Puck, and yeah, it's good versus Snap, and then maybe they still can get the Weaver. I don't think OG is going to ban it, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think so.
No. I think they're going to look to cover Emo more, just taking out his super comfortable heroes more than anything.
Yeah, Storm.
I don't think
probably lean next.
Honestly, and also I think I don't think they're going to target Fly too much.
Turn to ban.
Sure.
I think the bigger priority.
Last game,
yeah, I think the bigger priority on the team of IG is usually going to be Emo and JT. Fly usually just coasts by and gets his hero a lot of the times. And they are going to ban that TA, so because that was a very frustrating one. But it's pretty crazy how they got pushed away from wanting the Earthshaker too.
Yeah, what happened to Bat? We don't see any Bat. We thought we'd see more Bat,
We thought
right?
we would, but I guess it's not a good hero anymore.
Yeah, no one's playing Bat.
People must have figured it out.
Yeah, I guess in the dumpster, yeah.
Did get some nerfs and stuff.
No, for sure. But he was going because of some of the heroes that were coming back. Some of the popular heroes at the moment. Bat would have been pretty strong against, but yeah, I guess as you say, just the hero's not strong enough. Straight up. Maybe OG they do ban the Bat, so they were thinking about it this game. Yeah.
Well, they got
talking about the Bat. They did think about it here.
They do have the Monkey King, and I guess
that's what I was thinking. But no one's really been picking it. Though.
It's true. And I guess the thing about the Monkey King is that it's so flexible, is that they could still put it mid for Thompson, and if they ban out the Bat and the Storm, then the matchup for the Monkey King is actually pretty good, because those are the two heroes that absolutely destroy him in lane and in game. Storm sometimes can go both ways, but most of these players know how to play around it now, where you just wait for that Jingu to about be happening, and then you pull him, and then you blow him up before he's even able to get the last hit with Boundless and whatnot. So, and Monkey can't force wave out.
OG's
So let's see Invoker ban. IG still, of course, they're still going to be targeting mostly those mids because Monkey King is just so flexible. It's very likely that it's just support, and all that talk about Monkey King mid is pointless, but very flexible.
Let's see. OG.
10 seconds remaining.
Another ban may be the way of emo, as we say.
5 seconds
And I think
remaining.
last time they did ban out the Lina, right, as well as the Storm.
Yeah.
It was in the mids that they just didn't want him to have a chance to play him.
Lina, I mean, honestly, Shaker might not even be a
JT
bad
Shaker,
ban because
sure.
JT just has been owning with it so hard, and he was literally the one who almost won the game for IG single-handedly in the last game. So, but they'll take out Gyro.
All right, yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
no, nobody wants to play against Gyro IO,
Yeah, I guess that is the case. Sure.
especially when you have a hero like Nyx that's very obviously going to be setting up those global moves.
10
And
seconds
IO wants to bring
remaining.
someone in that's going to have the damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gyro would
It's
have
a good
been
ban.
nice
Yeah,
with
that
that
makes
pace.
sense. Definitely. Took out the two mids that they didn't want to play against, and then the pairing they don't want to play against.
Let's see what OG, see if this next pick gives a bit more clarity on where the Monkey King's going, or if anything like the OG drafts we've been getting used to, of course, at TIs, it's probably not going to give up much at all.
I like Night Stalker usually versus these two heroes, but okay, they're gonna go for group up. So this is the other concept people used to use. We got to see it a lot at Animajor. I think it was every time a team picked Nyx, the opposing team would pick DK, and then they just play up the group around. Right? They group up, they pick team fight, and then Nyx Assassin into team fight is just like, wait a minute, guys, Vendetta is a useless ability at this point. And both of these heroes actually are really susceptible to heavy team fight push lineups. IO and Nyx Assassin don't really provide much of anything to slow the pace of the game down.
No.
They
And
can't wave clear, and they don't provide team fight.
They just don't do anything to the DK at all.
No. They used to.
Yeah, back in the
used to.
days of the break.
The
sure.
good old days.
Yeah.
So they'll pick the JT Mars, something else he's been really strong with, and that's probably that IO pairing that we've seen quite a lot of times now that just is really strong versus pretty much any core in the laning phase.
10 seconds remaining.
And well, with the DK picked as well, what that does say to you that
5 seconds.
it's almost certainly just going to
remaining.
be tops of Monkey King and Seb DK, or
That's what I would think, but
Yeah.
it's so flexible
So you
that
still
I
don't
think
know.
it's
I
all
feel
going to
like-
change when they see more.
yeah, I'm pretty sure OG in the past has played like support
OG's
DK as well.
turn to pick.
Well, now it's okay. So now they probably want to put the Monkey King safe lane,
Turn to ban.
and they're going to do the
Oh, they
combo.
got the Monkey King like, and that's
Monkey King like
That's
it
pretty
and
scary.
DK and DK like it.
and DK. Yeah,
We saw
that's-
EG try it. They got absolutely destroyed. They didn't get to make it work at all with the bite with the DK form, if I remember correctly from yesterday.
Okay.
But they have the potential for the bites.
10 seconds
Not only that, they have the potential for the wolf being gobbled, the monkey wolf being gobbled up and being spit into the team fights as well,
Turn to
or
ban.
the dragon wolf being gobbled up and spit in. So lots of fun that will be coming out.
Yeah, no surprise with the Lina pick being left in this time on the draft.
Mm-hmm.
See if OG come to regret that, banning the Gyro
10
over the Lina.
seconds
Maybe the Lina
remaining.
will cause as many issues as you would expect when it's in the hands of
5
IG.
seconds remaining.
Very, very strong.
Other thing about Mars versus Monkey King in a lot of situations is the
Invictus
ult
Gaming
is a
turn to
blessing
ban.
versus the, if you're hopping around in trees, you click Mars ult, No more trees. Monkey King falls. Easy sets up multiple times. Spear is also really strong versus Monkey King in most situations, even in laning phase.
For IG, what sort of carries have we been seeing do well against these sort of Lycan lineups?
Someone who can punish him throughout the laning phase, because his lane, he just stands there, right? Like he's this very just immobile hero. Someone who can kill. I want killers in the lane.
So would something like a Razor fit in for what IG want to do?
Love Razor. Yeah. I feel like I've been asking for Razor a lot of times though, and people aren't prioritizing as much. Some teams, sure, yeah, but some others not so much. Yeah, Razor looks cool, especially with the Nyx, because it's very likely going to be that Nyx assassin 5 position. Yeah,
I think you'd have a good lane and 3 melee cores potentially. Easy static links.
Yep.
And they can't run. They can't. Arena's out.
Arena's out. And they're
you
stuck.
know they're just stuck in with the Razor.
I can see the Razor working really nicely. Yeah. Because then it's also I like it. Until later on, where they've
and then they got these walls running around.
The wolves are running around you,
yeah.
so it would put IG on a timing. It would mean they have to play pretty fast. So, and if they ban Lifestealer, that means they're probably not thinking Razor.
That's true. That's true.
So what would they be thinking if it's a?
But they are thinking what the Monkey King is going to be support with the snap and.
Yes.
Some else here is still to come.
Looks like it, yeah. Which could not be, could be the case or could not be the case.
Or actually, I said, pretty sure it was like No-Tail played DK in the past as support.
It's still very flexible. And IG's gonna have to reveal their hand first.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? What's the plan here for Fly? Who's ready to have wolves run at them?
Can you just? I was thinking Terrorblade for a second because then you just get the Feral Impulse for yourself every time. But nobody's really been doing the TB versus Lycan, and I thought we were going to see it so much more. Every time Lycan was picked, I thought we were going to see Terrorblade because you just reflection him, you get Feral Impulse for yourself, you are hitting like a truck, and also they lack push, so that does give them a little bit ways to siege.
I'd like to see some sort of big hard carry for Fly.
I think I like Terrorblade.
TBs, Deuces. Anything that's sort of going to be able to hold their own whilst Mars locks them down with the arena.
It's going to be Sven, so that's the better lane, I guess, for it. And it's an IO pairing, and it does provide that like big armor for his teammates also versus this heavy physical draft that OG does have.
Okay.
All right. Safer. And it's stronger in the lane. I think the TB does make the lane a little bit weaker, but yeah, the whole Feral Impulse thing is pretty crazy. So let's see what OG's response will be.
Is it indeed going to be a Samael hero, or are we already seeing Samael's hero shown? I see IG assuming that the carry is still to come.
I think Sven's been doing quite poorly, if I'm not mistaken. Like, bit of a risk for them to go for that one there. Let me check. 33% across 15. Stacking is still existing, but it's not as much of the name of the game as it used to be. You're not getting as much from it before. And I've seen these Svens just get smashed in lane even too, a lot of the times. So this time probably not because it's a Lycan, but we did see from earlier, poor Eurus. Literally died like 3 times in laning phases as Sven. Wasn't able to do much of anything. Let's see what it'll be.
Luna,
Okay.
you may now
Heavy
select
push.
your heroes.
So it is going to be that Monkey King mid. Snapfire and DK are the supports. Good call. You were right. No-Tail
No
as
tail
DK.
DK. Yeah, I said probably one of the only support players that does the support DK. But
I'm wondering how this
worked in the past.
How's this matchup going to be? Lina versus Monkey King. Sounds pretty tough for Thompson.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
That sounds real hard.
Emo Lina.
Emo Lina.
But I mean, as we saw with the bans, it clearly was. It wasn't that much of a problem in their eyes that they wanted to take it out. They rather looked towards heroes like the Gyro rather than having that. They did have that opportunity to ban Lina, and it was something they banned out in game 1. So.
And in laning phase, it's a problem, but in game, once you're able to actually get on top of the Lina, things start to change. And they do have a lot of different ways to gap close on the side of OG. So, okay, maybe that's their concept of it, is just like Thompson's like, whatever, I'm going to lose the lane, but I'm going to be able to come back in the mid game, which is it is a Thompson thing where, lose lane, win game, stuff like that, where he's just super active and super playmaking, which is exactly what his style is for Monkey King.
And how's Luna doing nowadays as a carry?
I don't think we've gotten a single Luna
we've
game,
not.
have we?
We've not.
45%. She's had 11 games, so.
Okay. So not bad.
Yep.
Right in the middle.
I think I saw her paired up with some IOs and stuff like that, but definitely makes sense with the lineup that they have. Luna, Lycan, DK. Some heavy push going to be coming out, and it is a very group-up-oriented lineup versus this Nyx Assassin and versus this IO. But I think IG stabilized their draft a little bit about not being able to take fights head-on when they pick up this Sven and this Lina. But we'll see. Wait, he's still not level 30 on the Monkey
Wow,
King.
he's what, was
I
level
thought he was
29 or
30.
something?
你这么菜，
Yeah, I thought he was the 30 though.
生气吧
He's close.
He's close.
He's close. He's nearly there, Thompson.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气
Still a
吧，
very
哥
impressive
哥？
amount of games there, but
Oh, absolutely.
nearly 800 on the Monkey King. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of OG versus IG. Let's see if OG can get themselves that win.
They just immediately tip Emo every time. Emo to Sumail back.
Or if IG are going to be able to get that win and make it so that OG's chances of being in the upper bracket are probably still up in the air. Right, I think that one win is not enough to guarantee, right? There could still be scenarios where they don't get the upper bracket right now. So
I think.
Or, yeah, because if they... So at the moment they are
They'll be
10 to 5.
And if EG 2-0,
EG 2-0s,
they'll be 10-6.
they'll be 10-6. And if they 10-0, yeah, they'll be 10-6. So
10-6, 10-6. It could
10-6
potentially be 10-6. It could be a 10-6 tie
I think.
consistent across the
Yeah.
board. But yeah, we'll see.
Don't quote us.
Don't
You
quote
can
us, but I'm
check the mainstream. They talk about all
They
that
talk about
stuff.
that
We
smart
don't.
stuff, but I think
We're here for the
I think if OG wins this one, they're almost secured.
Yeah,
Almost like
two
90,
wins, and I think
something
yeah,
like that,
OG. I'm pretty sure OG is. No, definitely. Yeah, if OG win this game, then they're guaranteed upper bracket.
Yeah.
I'll go out and say
你
that.
这么菜，你的队友不会
I might be
生
wrong.
气吧，哥哥？
I'm wrong a lot. Seb denied
Seb.
the bounty rune, so a very nice little bit of micro there.
That is a sad trombone indeed, Emo. And let's see how these lanes end up going. Looks like a pretty free
Well, actually,
lane.
I say pretty nice. I guess IG still got 2 bounty runes, so IG don't really care too much.
Yeah. Still sad trombone, because there's one that's just deleted. Sure. Nobody likes bounty runes. Nobody likes money being destroyed. As yeah, bottom, Fly should have an absolute free farm on the bottom lane versus this Lycan. Also should be able to clean up some wolves too with the IO. And that is going to be the lane, by the way. It is the IO and the Sven they decided to go for because they just need to help out the Sven a little more. It's a melee hero, so makes sense. And they see the DK support, so they're like, all right, we can put Nyx up top because it's DK support. He doesn't really do much of anything.
See this mid lane.
Let's take a look. That's where we're all looking.
I mean, with the amount of games he's had, he would definitely played quite a few against the old Lina. This doesn't make it any easier.
No.
Still not a fun matchup.
And Thompson's going to need some heavy harass there going up for that range creep. I can't believe he stepped up for it. He still has a Fairy Fire to work with, but he will end at lane 5 and 1 there. So it does come out in the first 2 waves. 1 CS ahead of Emo. But then constantly hit again. He does have a salve that he's going to have to use, but...
I mean, not bad so far. You know,
No,
it's
not bad.
Pretty even on the CS on these first waves.
But they had to use money immediately for a salve. So it's
Sure.
the CS is there, but you know he's going to have to spend a lot more on regen. He has to rush boots so that he can ensure that he survives. Can't go for bottle. So Emo, he's going to have his bottle coming out any moment now. And yeah, Lina will pull ahead in the gold department pretty quickly. Bottom, can they clean up a wolf? Not quite. Seb with some nice
time's out.
micro. Top Sumail is still able to free farm anyway, though, because he does have this tanky DK that's just able to be a deterrent from them going aggro. They're even going to go for Kaka here. Decent damage coming in. Now JT. I mean, the damage, it does hurt. Lunar Blessing. Stun in 2 seconds for No Tail.
He's doing quite well
He's
here.
doing good work.
This support DK. Just
Yeah.
walk up and stun. Can tank the passive. Can trade pretty effectively here against these two.
Most of these like strength melee
Yeah.
heroes trade really well
Yeah.
with Nyx Assassins. So it does this lane, you know, the decision to swap up from IG makes it a bit weaker because then Nyx is top, but JT still, you know, he's still hanging on his own. Thompson does dodge the stun. Does mean that he connects with the 4 hits. Glyph comes out late. Actually, I think the glyph may have clipped it, right?
They got the glyph off. They got the glyph off.
It hit the hero, so he still heals.
Yeah, he just got the hero heal.
这么菜的队友不
Nice timing there from IG.
队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Keeping tops and lows. Those tangos and fairy fires though.
Will they check the rune? Will they help Thompson check runes? It's eyes on Soxa usually to determine if they're going to help go for that 4-minute water rune together. I think he probably will. I want to see somebody check it. I see Kaka's already on the way over to check it for Emo. Emo's going to be able to get his own bounty rune to fill up his own bottle. Ollie. Oh, he's very lucky that Soxa does not connect with that cookie. And he's also lucky that he'll get a bounty rune.
They'll be able to hold as well. Get both runes here for Emo if he wants to get his mana all the way up. And so that's Thompson. It's a bit speedier. And will force Ollie to take this.
He's going to commit.
He is going to step up and look for Ollie, but the stun is out.
He is in some trouble.
He's trying to get that Jingu stack up, but he's struggling to do so. It's worn off now, and he's going to go down. First blood for Emo. It felt strong because Saxa was coming round to help out.
And now Soxa too.
He's looking pretty dead as well. Emo lands the light strike. This is gonna... Oh, let's get the neutral deny. He can't. Double kill for Emo. Oh, that's a rough one there for OG.
Thompson forced it too. He just kept going in for the kill because he had Soxa connecting, but gets baited a little bit there. Double kill for Emo. And a high five with Ollie. And Ollie stacks a camp too. Great rotation from the IO.
Absolutely good moves as well. I mean, you can see he's just one hit away from getting the lifesteal up, but couldn't quite grab him.
And Fly, he was alone down bottom, but he was just fine because he's versus a Lycan. We can't really pressure him too much. Now, Soxa returns. Ollie is required. Sep's doing some nice micro, though, not losing any wolves. Fly, getting some harassment. There's another cookie. Should still be okay. The heals from Ollie's there.
On top there. I mean, look at No Tail guys just going in and
at him.
Smacking him here.
He's doing God's work for the Luna. Look at JT's last hits. 14 because No Tail's just bodying him. With the Luna Aura, it really does make such a big difference. It's a plus 15 damage on the DK, plus 6 armor. It's like pretty ridiculous of a hero to trade verse.
So it's going to be another complete free farm for Smell at the start.
Yep.
So yeah, same to be said for Fly, but we're going to see some two very fun carries out of the laning stage here.
No Tail runs in, steals the rune. Thompson starting to get his tower pressured, and Emo does have an illusion rune, so he can keep this catapult alive even longer for the next creep wave to come in. They have to help mid, otherwise they're going to lose this tower. They're rotating both supports now, OG.
Emo's pretty far up. Set up with the boundless strike. Cookie is... Oh, nice move from Emo. Turns around and he's got the backup. Laguna comes out there to blow up Thompson. Very nice play there from IG. As they outplay the attempt of OG. And the tower is going to continue to get beat down upon.
Still alive.
It's still up the catapult.
It will go down now, but more than about 1,200 damage onto that tower, plus a kill. They knew the move was going to come. They knew OG's going to come help because of the way the pressure comes, so they double rotate as well. Yeah, real heads-up stuff.
Yeah, big. 2 times now the attempt's been made around mid to do something about Emo, and Emo's he's been able to outplay them with the backup of his teammates.
Just very good awareness from the side of IG. No Tail. He's just striding through. He's just walking through, giving information for his team, blocking up some Ancients now to ensure that the Sven won't have those crazy amount of stacks. On him. Sab. This time he might go down. 2 more hits.
Oh!
It's...
Oh, he missed him!
He's been juked.
Oh, but now he's found him.
Not this time.
There we go. The kill's a success.
No Tail also starting to get chased out here. Has 13 armor, though, so a bit harder to chew through.
How long we got left on the God Shrek?
Still a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
But he's got stuns.
And he's got Saxa here as well.
Saxa's in the area.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Fly's courier does go down. But I think he did get the delivery of his items, and an excellent start, as we said, for the Sven. Just a bit ahead of that Luna.
Are scanning.
It's a very solid early game. We see IG as well getting into the jungle of OG.
Looking to contest these stacks because Emo has a haste. Sumail dodging both stuns and surviving because of it. All right. Emo still has a haste.
Under attack.
He'll be able to get away from Thompson, but Thompson does get the jump onto him.
He's trying to chase.
He tried.
It's a little too speedy. And no tell. Let's come down bottom to try and soak up some XP. Once the God Shrink's down, he's not under too much threat. These two won't have the damage to take him out, even as the support.
Yeah, and it's better for him to get the experience down there, as Seb is just able to jungle, so they're maximizing really nicely on the side of OG. However, IG, this time around in the laning phase, 4-0, 1k gold advantage. Even though JT did come out behind in the top lane, the rest of the lanes looked really good for the side of IG. No stacks to be made at all yet, though, from the side of IG. As of course it is blocked, but they haven't even gone to attempt to stack when they try.
Fly, he's coming in. So Thompson is going to be there to back up Seb, and Ollie, he's going to be in a whole world of pain here. Three of them will easily kill off Ollie. A little ambitious there from IG to step up into the triangle, but I get Fly. He does survive.
Yep.
Kaka, keep an eye on Sumail here and trying to take some of these creeps away. We'll actually get a couple of them.
Soaking all that XP too is nice. No-Tail does hit 6 from being down bottom, starting to just poke the bottom tower. Hits it once, backs away, hits it another time, backs away. Starting to get that pressure going on the tower. Top, Ollie TPs, fills up Emo's bottle to keep his presence on the map. And they're going to look to take out this top tower. Saksa, only level 4. What? How is our support levels? Yeah, he's the one who's the most behind. And it's going to be a tough game for Snapfire, as we mentioned from the draft. Playing into Nyx Assassin, it's always going to be a much more challenging time to ever get Mortimer Kisses off.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Thompson.
Oh, they're trying to hunt for him.
Did I cut the tree? He did cut the right one.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Very hard to catch. This moment in time, so they also sort of blink, so ways to close the gap easier.
7 No-Tail will be able to finish off that bottom tower.
Oh, he's coming in
time to reload.
They did find the setup on the Thompson. He's able to get the ult off, but here comes JT, brought over by Ollie. The arena down, they get the kill.
Sumail.
Can they
finish him?
Two of them.
They can.
So they got the damage to JT. JT's going to go for the TP out. Anything to stop it? There is not.
They use both stuns on the same target.
Mid tower goes down as well by the looks of it here.
Yep.
They have got the fortification, but it's very shortly falling.
IG's making the more heads-up moves. Will they get the deny, though? Nicely timed from Saksa. Wow. Beautiful. Fly is getting quite a bit ahead, though. 1,400 ahead of the Luna. Sumail's gone for the 4 points in the Lunar Blessing that we've seen popularized most times. Now he's going back to max his glaives. But Fly should have a much better opportunity of keeping himself ahead of that Luna for quite some time, even though they're not getting those stacks going.
And you like this room in this game, the mask into the blink. No Echo Saber for this map.
Oh, he went blink.
He did.
Oh, he's looking to play super aggressive then. I'm cool. Yeah, he's already so far ahead. He doesn't need to go for any more type of farming. Sure, why not? Always can be a bit of a risk with the Mask of Madness. Just has to be a little careful of when and how he pops it. Make sure he gets the war cry off every single time first, of course, but...
This man's a professional.
Of course. Still have seen lots of professionals still pop the Mask of Madness pre-war cry.
Hey, come on, you're an ex-professional. Hey.
JT. There's the kisses. Successful one from Saksa.
And this'll sap some of their starch.
Emo will be able to get a rune, and IG still on the hunt. Smoked up Vendetta, not up though for 8 seconds, but they see Sumail.
Oh, Sumail.
Slowly but surely walking up. Kaka though, he shows himself with the blink.
Oh, and
there's the reveal.
They're going to have the damage surely with his God Strength. And Sumail's trying to run. He actually's got backup coming in.
Oh,
Good
nice
stun
stun
from
from
Kaka
Kaka.
over towards Seb. Sumail will still manage to get away in time. OG, what can they do in return, Seb? He's trying to run down Ollie. And get the stun onto Fly. Ollie's just going to take him out. Going to come out with a relocate, take them away from this ult. Emo's come in now. They're
just a mini
up to the
reload.
high ground, yeah. Repositioning so they could come back in hard. They run back down the hill. Seb's trying to run, but with the blink,
Ooh.
Fly's in, cuts him out.
That was really cute there by Ali. It looked like kind of this like pointless reload, but just a slight repositioning maybe made OG think that they completely ditched out of the area. That was actually pretty heads up. And the blink dagger immediately pays off.
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh, yeah, it does.
They don't get the kill onto Sumail, but you can see the aggression that he wants to go for. And he's able to take an ancient stack that they did have at the ready for Sumail. So already seeing why he did go for that blink. Yeah, they're just I'm sure they're feeling like we're quite ahead after this laning phase. Every single lane went. Okay, 2 of the lanes went very advantageous for us. Top lane was kind of like whatever for the Mars. So just keep the ball rolling. Don't play a passive style. Look to keep pressuring this greedy OG draft, because that is what it is.
It is.
It's a DK5. We have a Lycan and we have a Luna on the team. It's mostly physical damage. They actually have like no magical. It's really just going to be coming from Snapfire in the early game, since of course the Lunas, they don't even get Eclipse until way later on. They don't even get Lucent Beam either. So
they're going to maybe try and make a move top. They just show some mail up here.
Okay.
And now you have the smoke up from Thompson
Kaka.
and No Tail.
He's here. If a dust instantly popped. Quick easy kill.
How do they get that Jingu built up as well? But the rest of IG out of this area.
Radiant's bottom
Vlad's done
tower
on
is under
Seb.
attack.
Mask of Madness on Sumail. The farm will continue for him. And he's, still, got a bit of catching up to do here. Fly. Very farmed here on this opening. Having a much better game than he did last time on his Slark at the beginning.
Absolutely. And he's going to be going back for Echo anyway, because it's just such a valuable item on the Sven.
Yeah. No, it just worked out, as you said. With being able to do what he did with the blink in those fights, get the positioning for the kills, he's ended up getting those 2 items the quickest by getting them in this order this game.
And it makes sense when JT went for Armlet, right? Like, they needed some type of initiation tool to be able to make aggressive plays, because
That's really nice.
their offlaner went for such a greedy play. But that does mean that JT's going to be able to farm and be really strong.
A surprise! A dragon jumps out from the trees. No Tail's in on top of Emo. Emo's able to turn still. Thompson, he's
alive.
getting low, and Emo's able to run out. Thompson will fall. No Tail.
It was a surprise dragon, but...
Yeah, he was quick to tumble, and now to crumble. 2 heroes dead off the back of that. And, they were prepared for that one. Not much of a surprise at all.
And the Dominator creep just gets annihilated there from Fly, as well as the Wolves. Continues to get that growth going, and these constant plays from IG continue to happen. And I cannot believe that Emo lives.
Yes.
But he's so speedy.
He really is.
Windlace plus the Warcry. As soon as the Sven arrives, he was a 550 movement speed, just zooming out of there. And again, instant smoke.
They're just going.
They're just
and
looking
going
for
and
more.
They know that someone's going to be farming here, and they've found him. Seb getting jumped by Fly. Kaka's in with a follow-up. Seb cannot run for this. No Tail's heading over. See if can they actually fight into this? Sumail's moving in as well. Thompson is closing the gap here across the trees, but IG speedy.
I thought he was going to Tumbler and perhaps get a stun onto one of them, but didn't actually get in range for it, it seemed like. Thought maybe he had range to get the Sven, but I don't think that's the target that he wanted. He wanted to get the IO. Ollie already has mech finished up too on this IO. Nice and early on for the team. So we're already seeing some pretty massive damage lacking on the side of OG. Now with a mech, I don't think they're really going to be taking out too many of these heroes on the side of IG. And JT, even though he went for that greedy armlet build to catch himself back up after a tough laning phase, he's got Blink Dagger already on Mars too. So 2 different forms of initiation. They almost have BKB on the Lina. Things are looking really good for IG this game.
They have a solid lead right now, 5k up. I mean, the items just flying out. BKB, yeah, when that's that, they can't kill the Sven through the BKB. I mean, you said already, just damage struggles are real for OG at this stage of the game with the fights that IG's bringing.
It feels like
he's going to be invincible.
And it feels like there's a lot of things struggling. It's not just damage. It's how does OG initiate? How do they team fight? And yeah, there's just so many different things that they are missing at this point. Because the big team fight that's going to be coming out from them is the Snapfire, who's going to get canceled most of the time from the Nyx. And Thompson's just not tanky enough to stand in his Wukong. He'll just get killed right through it if he tries to hold his ground. As Saksa just gets quickly eviscerated, and the relocate top immediately.
They get on top of Sumail.
This is getting pretty out of hand right now.
It really is. OG falling apart right now. Emo, they're trying to kill him, but the backup's in. They can't. Emo's going to be healed back up. No Tail's in with the Dragon Tail stun. He's got to run. Jump forward from JT there, getting the angle for the spear back. 3 more for IG. As they're styling over OG right now. OG struggling to find their footing here against the speed that IG's playing.
And I'm not sure when they do find their footing. I'm really trying to think of it, because without the initiation, it feels like probably when they have, Blink on DK as the 5 position, but that's going to come in at such a long time. It's Thompson.
Another jump bottom.
He's found.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Well, he's still going to die.
It might not matter. All part of the plan there from JT is like, look, I'm going to miss the spear, so he wastes his ultimate, and then we'll kill him. Yep. Big brain stuff from JT, I'm sure.
Yeah, their team fight does not come together for a long time. It's like when Sumail, BKB, and Blink on DK, but IG might just get too far ahead in these next few moments. BKB done on Emo with a DD in the bottle, and his team is look at this, instantly swinging over to make more plays. There's no downtime from IG right now.
JT.
They know how ahead they are. And I think they know how greedy and how weak the OG draft is feeling in this early game. Full BKB also for our... Oh my goodness, Fly.
18 minutes. That's all it's taken him to get this big.
Hey, disassembled, but he already has the Echo Saber finished up again in 1 or 2 more hits. And Sumail will never be able to stand toe-to-toe with the Sven now. He can get on top of him super easy. He can run him down. He's got BKB to survive versus all the burst. Even a blink now on the Nyx. Kaka also has one, so...
Oh, JT!
Sumail!
He's caught him! Straight in onto Sumail, who was at the front of it all. Sumail gets burst. The BKB up, they turn over to no-tail. The Dragon gets taken out. Thompson also caught by the stunner. Kaka, 3 down.
This one is looking pretty over, Owen. I don't think they can do it.
Very, very rough, this one. I mean, IG...
They're just steamrolling.
They absolutely are. There's just been no issues at all for IG this game. It's been completely smooth sailing.
Into Roche as well. Quick and easy. Yeah, I'm not seeing a point of recovery at all for the side of OG. Just everyone is just getting destroyed.
Sumail just on the front of it all, and JT takes complete advantage of that. In he goes, instantly taking out the carry, and then things just continue to fall apart once again in the team fight for OG. Nothing more to offer there.
They're always looking for the +1. Kaka just in for the next kill. And now look at Kaka. He's already prepping for the end of the game, placing some base wards perhaps, or just looking for maybe not end of game, but big catches they can get into the base if they do see OG showing. That was also the Helm of the Overlord reveal from Seb. Didn't matter at all. More time needed for Sumail to have a BKB,
Kaka.
but they're not giving it to him.
Look at him go. Under the tier 2, setting things up. They're in. Sumail, they'll pop the ult, but IG, they'll pop him.
This is irrecoverable. It really does feel like. Split push time. They're hunting Thompson.
Oh, in they go. Thompson, he'll try and fight back with the ult. Maybe see if he can get the Jingu builds up. He does.
Can he get Ollie?
Maybe he can get Ollie. No, Ollie's out.
He's so
away
much armor.
Out of the Wukong's command. Thompson dead again. Fly now. God, like
and bottom.
They're trying to make a bit of a move on to JT. It's not working out at all.
An armlet.
Oh, okay. They've got the kisses.
But the carapace.
All right, they'll get one. They get JT.
Oh, and Kaka.
TPs are coming over, but Kaka will fall. OG actually able to find a couple of kills down here, and they might just find the tower as well.
Yep. Sven canceled the TP too. Relocate down for 30 seconds, so tower will drop. OG finally, I think for the first time in this game, are able to make their own moves.
They find something. Yeah.
Does cost them quite a bit, though. They do lose the Monkey King, of course. So the top lane. And Sumail is still struggling. Like, he's still just like, I don't really know where to go, guys. Can't really get much space on the map. I don't even have my BKB done yet. And with BKB, sure, he'll be a bit more survivable versus the magical burst damage, but as we've seen so far from IG, still have pretty ridiculous physical that's just going to shred him. But at least he won't get like stunned or pinned inside the Mars ulti or something like that. He's going to be a little more protected. But how's our experience also? That's the thing too, is this massive experience lead on top of the gold lead for IG. We're to level 18 Sven already at this point. Luna's only level 14. So the spread that we've got going on right now from IG is just huge. And again, like we said, no hesitation. Smoked up, looking for another fight. Seb. He's found.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid 2, Emo's still in the area, perhaps looking for something. Sees no tail.
Oh, he's going to go for it.
He's just going to solo him.
Making it look easy here, Emo. Full Shadow Blade on the way up.
And that's the base.
And the Kaka's in!
The Kaka base wards.
A beautiful stun there onto the two of them. They jump straight up to the high ground. Sumail's gone, and so is Saxa.
And you know what? Maybe those base wards the Kaka placed were those game-ending wards. As he sees 3 kills, sets him up perfectly for his team. OG still gonna stick in it.
Radiant's
Kako already. He sees Thompson top. He's already set up. Thompson seems to know this though.
What's the plan for OG? As you say, they're holding on, they're staying in, but barely.
I think the plan
23 to 6 down 10k.
The plan was devastated. It was changed completely because IG just crippled them so much throughout all these lanes. Because they ideally wanted to go for this Aghanim's Bite, everything on Seb to be able to buff up their Monkey King as well as their Luna, but it doesn't feel like they're going to get to that point, so they have to just now ad-lib. Full Silver Edge for the Sven. Just new item every minute or so. 10-0-8 on Fly. With some nice juicy Ancient.
Oh, they're going to try and jump No Tail.
Let's see.
Start things off with the stun. Fly's looking over towards Seb. Emo getting low, but the heals come out from Ollie. Emo still goes down the once. That's the Aegis gone. We'll look over towards JT. JT was able to get the arena off, but Thompson also able to drop the Wukong's command. Fly to the back line. Finds Sumail. And Fly's going to be looking for more in a second. And here's the blink available. Up to the high ground he goes. Closing the gap onto Saxa. Saxa, no escape for him. They may have got JT, but it's, again, just a painful trade for OG, losing 3 for it.
And just Sumail just continuously gets no space. And he used BKB attempting to survive and just dies anyway during it, so... Whew. Continues to be IG show.
On Thompson. He's also been found here. I mean, Thompson, he's dead.
Okay.
And Seb...
He'll be okay.
Got to be careful of potential jumps from Fly. Has got No Tail by his side, I guess.
If Fly had more mana, he would have been able to kill Seb, but did run out. No Tail's like thinking about going onto him there. I think No Tail's gonna get... he could potentially just get two-shotted if he does get hit by the Sun with that Silver Edge active. Sumail's just he's almost doubled by the Sven.
Oh my goodness.
There's just no space for him to farm anywhere. And Ollie really has been masterclassing it on the IO this game, of just getting the Sven right on top of this Luna every single time. 1, 2, and 24. He's put 25 of the 27 kills on the IO. That is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, just no chance of holding these towers. OG trying to push on with the Wolves. They have got that extra sort of momentum to push back against IG's creeps, but it's IG that's outside of the base of OG. They're outside at the top. OG, what do they got? What can they do to stop this?
Kako's already hunting too. He's on top of Sumail in the bottom lane.
Oh, Sumail.
Ooh.
Oh, he knew. Did that catch him?
Sentry Ward, I think, got caught
maybe
vision of him for a
early when he was sweeping around,
yeah. He was dead otherwise. He would have used the Carapace off of the glaive into a stun, and that would have been a full relocate setup. Ollie?
I'm just going to let him go.
Yeah, they left him.
Rest of them bailing on Ollie. Poor old Aya.
Little bit of breathing room for Sumail, but having to use the BKB again fully defensively, down to 7 seconds.
And RG, they are grouping up just in case OG were trying to look to make a go whilst Ollie was down.
Just in case of anything, they were sticking together. BKB on the Mars is done too. Very survivable. See, Emo with his Silver Edge. Bought a recipe again. He got a recipe of the Lincolns this time around, but... Okay, and now we have Thompson with an item, finally. Finally has time to protect himself.
No Tail.
That's...
just jumps in for a bit of a poke onto Fly. Trying to get some attention from IG down to that top lane.
IG is going to swing over for a Fly because Fly, as we said, a new item every minute, has a Satanic now. This Sven is... Whew.
Seb's got to be careful showing himself here. We'll stay hidden in the trees.
And even his helm, it's worth just as much as his life. Plus 250, fly.
Some great arms as well here, Paladins.
Oh, yeah.
They want to give that to the Io or the Sven. Boosted healing. On top, I mean, OG, they still are hanging around.
They have to be careful hanging around, too. Ollie,
Yeah,
the spirits. Yep, he's got the talent at 15 also, too, so that max range definitely does provide a bit more. See the wolves down bottom. Starting to get the push going. I believe that's the shard.
Yeah,
as well,
he's
right?
had it for a while now, just sort of pushing the waves out. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it definitely is. The cripple on the tower is no joke. That attack speed reduction, look at it. Tower attack's extremely slow.
I got Roche up as well, of course, if IG want to try and take that.
Oh, and they actually give the Paladin sword to Emo. He wants to be able to stand his ground and heal up a little bit more. Since,
Okay.
I mean, Fly, the Quicksilver is still very useful. The movement speed that you get when you pop Warcry, you're going to be zooming.
This will be a easy Roche here for IG.
Who wants the shard?
JT by the looks of it.
JT's going to take it. Sure. Fly's like, nah. Give me it.
Oh, okay. And they're keeping the game going, OG. This push at the wolves.
Under attack.
A few more of those and this tower will die.
It actually is adding up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cripple really does make a big difference on the tower. The creeps are actually able to get a good push going.
Oh, fly. Oh, he wants to go for this, but no tell.
Spider legs. Spider dragon. We'll get away. Sox even trying to do split push as best as possible in the top lane since they know IG's definitely looking for a battle, for any type of fight to get themselves a push going. Noto's thinking about perhaps going for Emo. Still at the Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, with the two of them, it's still not enough, really.
Ooh, and now they get the two neutral items. There we go. Titan Sliver's picked up. Now they can give that one to the Sven. And they do find themselves a robe. If one of the supports would like to carry that. Fly. Another plus 250 for them.
It's a lot of gold for these eights.
Yeah, it is. I think that's like
quite a lot he's got.
5 of them, maybe? He's killed more? I'm not sure, because they also killed some Dominators before that. Those absolutely add up. Sumail, I want to say he's catching up. Not really, but he's not doubled anymore. He has farmed about 4,000 gold in the same time that the Sven farmed about 5,000, so I'd say that's pretty good for the positioning that OG's at. IG's still with complete control of this game, though.
Top tower is under attack.
AC for our Lycan, Seb. And we have a Lincoln's for our Lina on Emo. So the DK stun,
is under attack.
the initial go onto the Emo is going to be a lot more difficult in mid. They look like they might kick off the fight.
They get the stun onto the Sven.
Sumail.
JT, he's already onto Sumail. The Sumail is so low. Is he going to be able to get out of this? He's trying to run, but the damage is done. Emo has the right clicks to take out Sumail. He's out for a minute. Thompson trying to battle underneath the Wukong's command. He's still alive, Thompson, but finally falls. Fly, just full HP. Pots the BKB and the God Strength. They get the spear connection on the Sev. 4 dead. No buyback on 2 of them either. As they're up to the high ground, they're ready to take the mid set.
Well, it did feel like it had been over for quite some time. They're still going to hang on with the glyph, but there's just nothing they can do. Sumail has no game. He literally just dies every single team fight anytime he shows his face as onto tier 4s. Soxa will kill the creep wave in an attempt to get the backdoor kicking back in.
They've got to buy back on Thompson as well, but his push is coming in pretty hard. And we'll get sidetracked here for a kill as they look to no-tail, and it will be an easy one. Jump in and the spear back. The Ancient is exposed.
Glyph's back up, though. Look at Soxa. He's pulled the creep wave.
He's doing his best here, Saxa, to keep the game going.
Kills the DD as well.
Keep the game alive here.
Around. He's trying his damnedest. As they do get him. Creep wave now.
He has buyback, though.
Gets toward his team.
Saxa can buy back.
He does, but his team can't defend. His team can't fight, ever, versus IG. Swift blink. And this Sven is, he back up to the double of the net worth of the Luna, as we said.
And they go. Onto Sumail. Here's the buyback. Trying to cookie Sumail in safety. In fact, they get the cookie connection onto JT.
Thompson?
Sumail. He's out with the BKB to the side. Thompson has been caught out by the stun. Sumail trying to stand your ground, but again, Emo just hitting too hard. Sumail's going to run back to the fountain. Sumail will live. Thompson looking to get on top of Flyfly and JT Saxa. Step to the side. Flyfly getting low. Flyfly is able to turn. The Wukong's command is out, but Flyfly, he's got the heals coming out from Ollie. The stun catches them all pretty much. Only Thompson left alive. GG, it's called. 38-9. IG completely stomping OG here in this game too. They just didn't have a chance here, OG. It was barely a few minutes in, and it looked like this game was over.
Yeah, I think Flyfly was a bit mad after that last game. He's like, you know what? I may have not had the best performance on the Slark, but this game on Sven, 17-0-12. Love the itemization too. He sees that his offlaner goes for a little bit of an armlet. He's like, okay, no worries. We're already stopping early game. I'm going to get a blink, keep this momentum going. Literally does not allow Sumail to have a game ever. Yeah, swift execution from IG.
Yeah, that was quite the beatdown indeed. As OG, I mean, as I say, trying something that they've done before, you know, that the no-tail DK, but as you said, overall, it was just what the greed was too much overall from this draft of OG.
Lane's too difficult as well, too. It feels like IG got every lane, except for top lane, which I would say that no-tail did a really good job as the 5-position DK to kind of push them off and give Sumail a good start, but the other two lanes just went way too disastrously. And IG read them, too, right? They know how good the mid lane is. Yeah. They know that OG is going to go to try to help out this Monkey King. They helped out their Lina. They kept bringing the two supports. They know they don't need to help the Sven, and yeah, it was just swift and clean from IG. Pretty much no mistakes.
Absolutely. And yeah, that Lina as well, as you say, 11-0-15 from Emo. Probably there's going to be a bit of a reminder to in the future you really have to consider if you want to let this through. You know, if you don't ban this, most of the time we see it get banned against Emo, one of his top mids, and games like this certainly going to show exactly why. Tough one for OG there, and with that said and done, this series will end 1-1, which, as far as I'm aware, probably means that things stay rather exciting in the case of tiebreakers and who's going up, who's going down between the brackets. So more games to be played today, of course. Keep your eye on the progress. It's all going to get very exciting towards the end of this groups. But as we move on, IG and OG ending 1-1.